Humans lie, but energy doesn't. Your energy introduces you before you even talk. Before you speak, when you walk into a room, your energy goes in with you. And like I said, energy does not lie. Your vibration and where you're at energetically is a combination of your thoughts and your emotions. So your heart and your mind. On the beginning of a spiritual journey, we start to realize that our thoughts are really important and what we're thinking really is important. It really is. But it's not only how we're thinking, it is also how we're feeling. The problem is, if we really want to feel differently than we actually are feeling, we tend to try to go into our mind and change our emotional state, which is a good in theory. Because yes, our thoughts do source our emotions, but you can't lie to yourself. So if you're in grief or you're in sadness or you are feeling any kind of certain type of way, and then you try to go, I'm abundant, I'm happy, what happens? You have a discord. There's like something in you that's like, this isn't true. So the real way to raise your vibration is to realize where you're at emotionally here and now. It's kind of like the starting point on a map, because you can't get anywhere on a map without knowing where you're starting, right? So energetically tuning in with yourself and being like, okay, I'm kind of pissed off right now. Why am I pissed off? What is happening right now? Where am I feeling powerless? There's a lot of information in our emotions. We have an emotional guidance system. Our emotions are just telling us where our truth is. Are our emotions always true? No, but they are true for us. They're true for our emotional experience, right? So you need to know where you're at emotionally. You can't lie to yourself. You can't be like, I'm abundant, I'm happy, I'm not depressed. You have to address where you're at. So my point is, your energy doesn't lie. And you're going to run into a lot of people on the spiritual path who say they're one thing and you can energetically feel something completely different. You can feel when someone is accepting because they accept themselves. But you can also tell when someone is judgmental because they're judging themselves and other people. Even when they have the best intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? We can have great intentions, but if we're not being honest with ourselves about where we're actually at, we might have some sort of subconscious thing going on. So energy doesn't lie, and the universe knows exactly where you're at. So better to be honest with yourself, go within, stop trying to change the external, pay attention to what you're telling yourself and then how you're feeling, because your thoughts are the electric part of manifesting. But if you don't align it with the magnetic part, which is your emotional state, nothing will align. But guess what happens when you align your thoughts and your emotions? Magic. Love you.